Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to another cast for Chobo Team League. In this cast, I'll be going through the sets played by Vortex eSports and Outset Gaming during Week 1 of Chobo Team League. For those of you not familiar, Chobo Team League is a league for players between the bronze level and the diamond level. It's a team league very similar to the Pro League setup. It's actually a few more sets than Pro League, and each game is played between players of a similar level. The levels are bronze/silver, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. There are multiple games within a few of the different leagues, 3 gold league games, for example. And each set is a total of a best of 9, all of them 1v1s. So, Set 1 between Vortex X and Outset last week wasn't in fact played, which made me pretty sad because I was the guy who was supposed to be playing it. But due to some internet problems and technical difficulties, Set 1 never was played, and, well, I got a free walkover. Good for me, right? I'd rather have played it win or lose, to be honest. But, with that, we're going to start out with Set 2. Which is a Gold League match, Kale versus Plasma. So as soon as I can get into that replay, I'll be getting everything going. Just going to get into SC2 and get this started up. There we are. This one was played on Daedalus Point. It was played sometime during last week. I can't say when. And because these games are played pretty much whenever the two players can arrange it. For example, I'll be playing my match Friday at 7 p.m. EST. I will probably stream my first person of it live with a short delay for anyone interested. Anyway, though, as soon as this replay loads up, I'll be heading directly into the game. Now, I have not previously watched these games, although I do actually already know who won in the score for the week. But I'm not going to reveal it as to not spoil anyone watching the VODs who doesn't know. So with that game just about loaded up, I'm going to switch over to the right scene, show you the loading screen for a bit, and then we'll be into the game. You can find VODs for various other things on my channel. I did the match between Stratic Gaming and the Lucky 13 in its entirety, as well as a live cast from the Week 2 game between Heat and forgetting what the name of the player was. But anyway, between my friend Heat and his opponent from this week. Anyway, here we are into the game. This one's a ZVZ. Spawning down in the lower right, playing for Outset Gaming, we have as our blue Zerg, Kale. And spawning here in the upper left is our red Zerg, we have Mangabe. Both players sending out that first Overlord for scouting, as always. So, the current score of our series, even though this is the first game I'm casting, is technically 1-0, as I myself received a free walkover in set 1 due to my opponent not being available due to some internet problems. So currently the score is 1-0 favoring Vortex in this series. These are best of 9 series, including the final ace match between two Diamond League players, which is a best of 3, but all other matches in a set are best of 1s. Other than the best of 3 ace match, it's actually somewhat similar to the Kespa Pro League format, where the maps and players are set beforehand every week. In fact, the maps are set before the players are, so teams can choose which players to send out based not only on which league players are in, but also on which map they wish to play on. So they have actually sent their second overlords in a bit of different directions, Kale deciding to use his second overlord to scout his own natural, whereas Mangabe sends his second overlord across to scout as well. Now, both players seem to be going for early speedlings, nearly identical gas timings and pool first as opposed to hatch first. Mangabe a little bit quicker on the gas, but very similar timings between the players, and Mangabe also just a little faster at actually starting his queen, getting his queen started first, whereas Kale opted to go for the overlord and get his speed started first and his queen started second. In any case, the players are playing pretty similar builds at this point. All the differences are moderately minor. Kale getting a few early lings. Mangabe opting for a few more drones instead of those early lings. Kale actually going for a baneling nest first as our first major deviation, though. No baneling nest on the way yet for Mangabe. That may well matter if there's early ling battles. And there's Mangabe's baneling nest just a little bit later, and probably won't matter enough. There's a little skirmish going on. Kale's first few lings trying to get some scouting information, running into Mangabe's first lings, but getting a pretty full scout of the base. He did not see that baneling nest, I don't think. Let me see if he did. No, he did not in fact scout the baneling nest. And Kale's speed is now done. Actually, both players' speed is now done. They both started it very quickly, so. Both players remaining on pretty equal footing for the CVZ. Mangabe, however, mining much more gas. Kale having left only 1 drone in gas, whereas Mangabe has retained 3 drones in gas, and so has a little bit less minerals to work with, which mostly shows in the fact that he actually has a few less overlords. A few lings getting past all those banes, and a number of lings morphing into banes over here, with 3 banes already on the board for Kale, and 3 more morphing in. Oh, those banes might get all those morphing banes. They only do damage to them. It takes 2 banes to kill a bane, folks, and if you get them while they're still morphing, they're actually full health when they finish. And we have some banes going off, and the exchanges, at least monetary-wise, seem a little bit better for Kale than they are for Mangabe so far. And in fact, Mangabe good games out already, having lost quite a bit more in that early exchange. So that means that with that quick game, Outset has actually tied it up. Our match score is now 1-1 on Kale having taken that second game.